One of the best memories I've had in KJYB has been when we had those 6 p.m. sessions on Friday nights, and we would come together and just worship and be spontaneous. And Belen was there. We had special guests, so I think that impacted me so much. Another thing, Emma has impacted me. She is a leader. She is someone that has believed in us.
Okay, my favorite memory is when I was able to serve at CGC for the first time. It was like Emma really took the time and really believed in me, and it was something that, Emma has been such an inspiration to me. She's pushed me beyond the boundaries that I set up for myself.
My favorite memory of KJYB was when Emma became the new director of KJYB. Emma has been the example for me to stay committed.
We all started getting together and we became like a family. I'll probably say that's my favorite memory. By teaching me so many things. She's very wise, and she's taught me many things to grow as a person, as a leader, and as a musician.
Okay, Tuesday prayer, after we had rehearsed the set list and all of the instruments went down and all of the voices started to sing unanimously Yeshua. It was the most life-changing experience. The worship was, and the presence of God was so thick that night. That's my favorite moment with KJYB. Emma, you have been the person who has lifted me up as a lead here in this ministry through your classes, Leading 101, and through your mentorship with creating my set list. You have lifted me up as a leader, and I am very grateful for you. Thank you.
Emma, you've taught me how to stay firm in my faith, that you've encouraged me to seek God, and thank you.
My favorite moments with KJYB is every year during CGC, about 45 seconds before we start singing the first song. It's that moment of, we've done everything that we can do to get to this moment, and now all that's left is to give God glory and to enjoy. And what I remember most about those moments is turning around and seeing Emma in the back, in the corner, with the most excitement, just ready for us to show off everything that she's imparted, everything that God's imparted into us. And CGC in general, or Remnant Conference in general, just makes my heart so happy every year, and it reminds me that we're family. The way Emma has impacted my life is actually when she became my mentor. She immediately took me in without any regard of what she already knew about me, and you decided to believe in me, and you decided to push me. And right now I'm in an airport in California on my way back home to Miami because someone like you believed in me and pushed me to be here and to not give up. And when I was in the wrong, you believed in me, and you didn't correct me in anger, but you corrected me in love. And I always appreciate the voice of God in your life and the voice of God from you to KJYB.
My favorite memory for KJYB was when we had that youth vigil. That was my first time BGB, but then that moment, like, the lights were off, nobody could see anybody, and then we just blended together, like we were just one. It wasn't individual, it was just one group. And then the presence of God felt so strong that day, because we literally became one in that moment. And that's my favorite memory from KJYB. Emma, I love it, I always told this. Thank you for the way you always guide us, and me personally, thank you because, like you said, you're always very real. When someone says, oh, you did great, but then you're really like, yes, you did great, but there's always room for work, because you always keep it real with me, with us as a group. You're like that really awesome teacher that's always there for us. You're like a mother to the group, and you know this, even though you're basically our age, you're super young, but thank you because you're always real. You're always just to help us out, to guide us, to show us the other side. It's not just us, We love you.
KJYB has changed my life in so many ways. I think the biggest way is that it gave me a family, and it has really helped me in my journey of my identity. Emma has changed my life in so many ways. When I was down, she always knows what to say to pick me back up. She's like my worship motivator mom.
Okay, so my favorite memory of KJYB has to be last CGC in the opening, where the curtain just fell and we all rocked out, and all the expectancy of the single "We Are the Remnant" just came out, and we were expecting, and it was such a great a vibe, a great there was so much electricity, and it felt electric just being on that altar and praising God and singing out our song for the first time. So how Emma has impacted me is that she's made me think outside of the box, come out of my comfort zone. She really has pushed me as a worshiper, and not only as a worshiper, but as someone in the church, like in the ministry and everything. She's really been a mentor to me in that and in my calling. So I just want to say thank you, Emma, and that you mean so much to me, and that you have impacted my life so much, and that you've taught me so many things that I couldn't even imagine, that you're very wise, and I appreciate you.
My favorite moment with KJYB is honestly every single time we finish a service, we finish a set, and it doesn't mean that maybe some things didn't went the way that we thought they would, but God's presence came so strong, and we got out of the set, and everything worked the way that God wanted it to work, and at the end of the day, everybody's crying, everybody from the band is feeling the presence of God. That's my favorite moment with KJYB.
So the way Emma has impacted my life the most is that she never gave up on us. So in the beginning, we had a lot of difficult times. People left, and sometimes it literally looked like we were never gonna make it. But independent of that, Emma came and she literally stand for us. She believed in us the whole time, and just that made us break through, made us go through all the stuff. And now we are who we are. We play the way that we play because she believed in us. So that's it.
My favorite moment for KJYB was when I played in CAP for the very first time with all my bandmates. It was a tremendous experience because it was the very first time seeing everybody around the nations worshiping God, and also the youth band being lifted up for the next generation.
How Emma has influenced my life is that she believed in me when I couldn't.
My favorite memories are the spontaneous worship moments that we have at the KJYB rehearsals.
Emma has impacted me by being an example of godly leadership and pushing me to be the best that I can be.
My favorite KJYB moment was the Friday that we were all serving together and Marilyn was leading, and I saw big white angel wings coming from behind her, and I saw little white angel wings growing from behind the choir and also from the background vocals, and also for seeing the blue aura coming from the musicians, like the drums, the percussion, the piano, the brass, the bass, the guitar player. We were all connected in the Holy Spirit, and we were all united together. One thing that you impacted me with was that day where I was going through a lot of tough times. I was going through a lot of decision making, seeing where I should go in my life, and you told me that what I should do is I should give all my dreams, and that was like one of the hardest moments in my life to do. But you told me that God will give you those dreams back. He will give them to you 2 times more, 10 times more. So I'll never forget that day you prayed for me.
If you had to describe Emma in one word, what would it be?
Emma is raw.
Bomb. Funny.
Patience.
Down to earth.
Persistent.
Graceful.
Emma is a friend.
A role model.
Emma is a worship mother.
Fearless.
Emma is a hard worker.
Emma is a blessing.
Emma is passionate.
Emma is a leader.